Hello, my name is William Thomas, and I'm a game designer. I currently have a website featuring my projects. I have a bachelor in game design, which I obtained at Full Sail. Often, I look in the mirror and ask myself who it is I truly want to be. What do I really want to do in my life? It is clear as day. I enjoy playing games, and for the past 3 years, I have enjoyed making them. I desire to become an innovative mobile game designer and developer. On my way down this path, I have learned how computers work, how operating systems work, how to create CG imagery and videos, how to design games, and how to program in variant languages, and how to develop games with multiple engines such as Unity and UDK. The Primal Inclination Strategy. I love creating video games. This began when I was about 4 to 5 years old, and my brother Ralph and I would create imaginary games. The Darwinian Strategy. There's so many games out there, and this strategy makes me think about how broad my interests were in computer science before I became a game designer. Now that my path has led me to game design, I'm creating experiences. I feel that each experience I create, each game, is unique, and that it's in its own field or genre. The Rebellion Strategy. When I was growing up, my stepfather always took away my toys and games. I would occasionally borrow a Game Boy or a Nintendo DS from friends, and even though they weren't mine, my stepfather would still take them. I didn't have a game console until I was about 15 years old, which was an Xbox. My stepfather thought of video games as a waste of time and effort. However, that didn't stop me. Here I am today, reflective of my rebellion. The path to video games that my stepfather ever so opposed is now my career. The Adaptation Strategy. During my final project classes in my last degree, my team decided to upgrade from Unity 4.6 to Unity 5. Well, as you can imagine, there was a bit of a learning curve when it came to programming in this engine. However, I really enjoy programming, so the new syntax and API came quickly to me. At that moment, I learned that as long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing, I learn incredibly fast. I adapt quickly, and as I learned more and more, I began to learn faster. The Life or Death Strategy. This resonated with me because it made me think about all the jobs that I have had in the past and why I quit those jobs. For instance, even though I enjoyed working at Best Buy because of all the technology and customers' interest, I still didn't feel quite right. I realized I was deviating away from my path as a game designer because I was spending more time working for Best Buy than working on my game projects. The Primal Inclination Strategy relates to my life's path stronger than the other 4 strategies. This is because I played games since I was very young. Video games, analog games, and imaginative games. I'm the youngest of 5, and the second youngest is my brother Ralph. Ralph and I didn't have many toys when we were young, so we would make games with our imagination, mostly based on Pokemon and other movies such as The Mummy and Power Rangers. Even with nothing, my brother and I had to have something to do, so we used our minds to create stories for our own little games. Making it up as we went along, creating these games resonated with me. As I think about the video games I design and develop now, I often think back to the different imaginary games we played, and I think that is why my life's path is to be a game designer. My dream career path is to first land a job with Blizzard Entertainment and work on their programming team. I want to use the experience I gained from working there in order to create my own original designs and kickstart a company of my own that focuses on mobile development and mobile games. I want to become a legend of mobile gaming. That is my career path I am following. The first goal I can complete before the end of this month would be completing the Ruby, Rails, and Ruby on Rails authentication courses on Codecademy.com. The second goal for me to complete is to create a web application using Ruby on Rails.